So you hear it in the news. Interest rates are going to rise 3, maybe 4 times this year. And you ask the question, if the interest rates are going to rise, does that mean property values are going down? Should I wait to buy because property values are going to go down? Maybe you just bought and you're thinking, oh no, are my property values going to go down? Or you're thinking, should I buy now because the property values are going to go down because the interest rates are going up? Those are the questions I'm going to answer in today's video, so stay tuned. Hey, Laura Gallen here with Mountain Prairie Living, empowered by ERA Shield. And on this channel, I answer questions about the home buying and selling process to help lower your stress and help you through the transaction. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the correlation or the relationship between interest rates and home prices. January, interest rates are going to go up. So what? Now, it will knock a few people. The buyer pool will drop just a little bit, but things are still going to move. So interest rates in 1950 were about 4%. We're talking about interest rate increases to bring us up into that 4% range. Still historic record lows. We saw interest rates in the 2%, which is just ridiculous. It doesn't happen. It happened. It was a window. It was there. That window is moving. So yes, interest rates are going to go up. Are property values going to go down? No. We sit in Colorado Springs with 5 military installations. PCS season is coming. That means we're going to have an influx of military families, and we're going to have some leaving. While some people will leave, that doesn't necessarily increase the inventory to match the people that are coming in. Now, the people coming in, mind you, remember, they could have taken advantage of these equity gains, and they're going to have more money and they're going to want to buy. So our inventory is currently days on market 16 days. That's about 2 weeks inventory here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, in El Paso County. Our values are going to hold. Even if the interest rates go up to 1950 rates, your values are still going to hold. Now, we've seen crazy value increases. 18 to 20% increases over 2 years is not normal. It's just not. We had a pandemic. We have a lot of different economic things going in. We had a presidency change. There are so many factors that are going on in the market that affect it. But when you look at 20 years of El Paso County, in 20 years from 2001 to 2021, our average equity gain is 5.5%. And if you look at the median home price from 1963 to today, and that chart right here, you'll take a look at it. I'll also link it below. It shows you that through all of those interest rate changes, it still continues to grow. The only major drop is right during that Great Recession of 2007 and 2009, where the lending practices were out of control and many property values were increased. So you had to see the drop happen to bring it back in line. So we have low inventory. That's a whole nother video you can check out where I talk about why we sit where we are, and check out that video next. But it's so important to understand that yes, in this market of January 2022, interest rates are going to rise throughout this year of 2022. Are they going to change your property value? They're not going to drop it. It just won't rise as insanely as it has in the last 2 years. So if you buy, you're still going to see equity gains. If you've recently bought, you're still going to see equity gains. So don't stress out. That's real estate. My grandfather taught me from the very beginning. Location, location, location. Colorado Springs, El Paso County is a fantastic location. With the great resignation that we're seeing many people migrate. They're calling it the Great Migration, because we got stuck inside and we realized that maybe I don't want to live here. Maybe I want to live somewhere else. I have enough equity in this house to be able to make that transition. So definitely our interest rates are going to rise, and our property values will continue to rise. If you look at the history of the real estate market, real estate is where most of Americans hold most of their wealth. And from that wealth, the consumer spends quite a bit of money when they own a house to take care of that house, to furnish that house. So it is a large part of our economic base of the US. So the values are going to rise. We only saw one huge downturn during the Great Recession, and that was because we had huge inflations in property values due to bad lending practices. Reality is, it depends on where you're at, It depends, so location, it depends on the market conditions, it depends on military installations, it depends on so many other factors that are going on in the world. So interest rates are going to go up, they're going to go down. Property values, they're going to go up, and in some areas they may go down a little bit, but they're not going to be significant enough if that is your primary residence. So as an investor, you might look at it a little bit different, but the Colorado Springs market is solid and strong, and you should be good even if it goes up to the 1950s interest rates of 4%. So keep the perspective, just trust the process, and know that real estate is always a great investment. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and check out this video where I talk about some of the effects of why we have a low inventory. Have a great day.